up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Feels like such a long time since I've been like sat in this makeup chair. Obviously there's been a little bit of a break on the content. I just kind of was trying to figure out what I wanted my next video to be. I still want to keep the conversation going while slowly transitioning back into the regular content, but yeah, still obviously always keeping this conversation going. And I thought, what better way to, you know, still support the Black Lives Matter movement, but maybe just mix it up a little bit with the content would be to produce a makeup tutorial only using products from Black owned businesses. I have left a link to this in the description bar down below with a little bit more information, and really educate yourselves on it. That would be amazing, because through this time I've been really trying to educate myself. Obviously there were certain things that I obviously already thought that I already knew, and I felt pretty educated on this. I didn't realize there were so many different types, one which being economic racism, which is what the link in the description explains a little bit further. But it really is just so important to support Black businesses. Just from the color of their skin, they're already at a disadvantage, which blows my mind, and it's something I can admit as well I never really even thought about and I didn't know was a problem. So by doing this video, I really hope I introduce you guys to some amazing makeup brands. As you can see from this look, I am just obsessed. I introduced myself to some new brands just by watching this video. You are supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. I have said I'm going to donate the AdSense from this to the Black Lives Matter organization. Again, links to all of that kind of stuff is in the description bar down below if you want to make your own donations. So please watch the ads of this video and you'll be doing your part. But if you want to treat yourself and get some new makeup by purchasing from these brands, again, you are supporting the movement. I've tried to mix it up with the brands. Some are obviously kind of like a bigger makeup brands that I'm sure you guys have already heard of, but I tried to purchase some other from smaller indie brands, which I would really appreciate you guys doing as well. The look I created was like this sunset smoky eye. I wanted to do something that I feel would suit everyone. Color just doesn't really do well on my channel. It's not something that I like hugely associate with myself, so I wanted to do a look that was me, still incorporating a little bit of color, but it being super wearable for everyone, because I want this video to do well. We want to raise a lot of money, so try to do something that you would all appreciate. Obviously, as you'll see from the products, you can totally mix it up with this look. But I'm just obsessed, you guys, and I hope you are too. So again, I always got the longest intros, I swear. But without further ado, if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Make sure you support the brands below and all the helpful links that I have left. But yeah, let's jump right into the tutorial. To begin, we are gonna do our eyes first, and I'm so excited about what is in front of me right now. As you can see, I have, well, you would have seen in the intro anyway, my eyes and the whole look complete, but we have already gone ahead and done one eye just because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. I think I said in the beginning, I was very inspired by like the purple in my top, and I wanted to do a look that involved both the palettes in front of me, but something that I think would suit everyone, a look that I know you guys love. So we kind of came up with this like sunset eye, because I was super drawn to all the like purplies, the purples, golds, oranges, neutral tones going on within these palettes. But the palettes that I'm going to be using are from a brand called September Rose Cosmetics. First of all, can we just take in like how beautiful this packaging is? Like, so stunning. I love the artwork on it. This one's called the Brew eyeshadow palette, and we've got like this most gorgeous like illustration on there, and she's holding a brew by the looks of it. And if I open it up, how gorgeous is this? Just for like everyday day to nighttime looks. There's like a couple of shimmers in here and the rest are all matte. I wanted to include the shimmers in this look, but just how gorgeous is that? So cute. And both palettes include a mirror, so super travel friendly. And this one is the Slush Volume 2. Oh my god. How gorgeous is this? It's like rainbow. It's like every color you could need, with like a couple of really beautiful kind of like more neutral transition shades in the orange section. Again, with a mirror. This is what made me want to include some of like the pinks. They really are just really wearable colors. Like, it's a really wearable rainbow eyeshadow palette, which I love. And another amazing thing about this is that if you guys know Makeup by Tammy on Instagram, she's like a really good friend of mine. She actually has a discount code with them. If you use code TAMMY, which is TAMMI, you can save yourself some money on September Rose Cosmetics, and I definitely recommend that you check them out. They are so good, as you were about to see. So without further ado, I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm gonna be dipping into both palettes to create this kind of like sunset look, which I'm obsessed with. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm gonna be mixing Tequila Sunrise from the Slush palette and Pumpkin Spice from the Brew palette. I have already gone ahead and just primed my eyes with the concealer that we're gonna be using on the face. face. But these two are like very similar colors and you totally don't need to mix them. The Tequila Sunrise is a slightly more like neon-y peach color, and the Pumpkin Spice is basically that, but like slightly more wearable. And I kind of wanted a mix of them both just so the transition shade like really shows up as we deepen up the crease. But like, look how beautiful both those shades are mixed together, and they basically are the sort of same shade on their own. I love kind of just doing that kind of color all over my lid for during the day. Next up, we're gonna take Triple Berry, and we really want this shade to stand out. So I'm really gonna like pack this on when it comes to application, like really push the color into my crease. So we get like a really beautiful vibrant pink, because these kind of colors can get lost if you're applying a few more shades, which we are gonna be, but I do wanna take this like on to the lid. Then I'm just going back in with the brush that I had those transition shades on, and we always just wanna make sure that we're blending and diffusing as we go, but like, look how gorgeous they blend together. But now I'm gonna take a slightly smaller brush and I'm gonna go in with the shade Sweet Tea from the Brew palette. And again, just kind of press that onto the lid. These deep purple shades are, again, one of my faves. But I'm not gonna take this shade like all the way over. I'm actually gonna mainly focus this on the outermost part and just kind of take it in to the center. This is gonna help to like really elongate the eye. I'm now gonna take this dark matte brown shade from the Brew palette and really only just focus this on the outermost part of the eye. We're really gonna blend this out and like kind of create more of a wing. But again, similar sort of placement to that purple shade. We're just gonna be not taking it all the way across and not even halfway across, just really only focusing this like on the outermost part of the eyes. And again, doing all the blending work with the previous brushes from the previous colors. But essentially, once you've applied all the colors that you want to, like that's gonna be as dark as we're going on the outermost part. Just play around with all the brushes and bluffing and blending. Go back in with any additional colors that you want to shine through a bit more. But I'm actually really happy with that. Obviously, it's a little messy underneath, but you know, come through with the wipe and you're saved. So once you're happy with the way that all your crease is looking, we can go ahead and carve out the crease. Again, I'm just gonna be using the concealer that I'm using on my face to do that. So let me just go ahead and do that now. Right, so I've just gone ahead and carved out the crease basically like 3/4 of the way across. I'm now gonna mix the two shimmer shades, Gold Brew and Iced Tea together. You don't have to mix them, but I just couldn't personally decide, and there's only two shimmers in the palette, so why not? They're both of a similar tone, so I thought I'd just mix them together. Small little shader brushes are the best. But this is when I do these kind of looks, I literally have just like a mini orgasm over these shimmers. They are so gorgeous and like gold thrown in the mix with all these berry tones. I just think every time you can't go wrong. It just looks so freaking gorgeous. I feel like the iced tea shade, which is the slightly more like yellow gold, comes through like a little bit more. But oh my goodness, it's kind of like a yellowy greeny gold, which is gonna be so, it like complements the purple tones so nicely. Like, you guys, it just looks so freaking good. And I'm now gonna pick up the brush that had the pink on it and go in with the pink. This is the main shade that we want to use to like diffuse and blend this situation going on. Like, can you see? Like, sorry, this is why I freaking love makeup. And to kind of diffuse, I always find patting and like using circular motions with your brush does the best job at that. But once you're happy with the way that it's all blended, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a wipe to clean up underneath the eye. I personally am gonna do a winged shape just because the lashes I'm using are winged out, and I just think a winged out look really complements everyone. But if you're not super happy with the way that a wing looks on yourself, totally keep it rounded. You don't need to use like a wipe or anything like that. This look would look beautiful either shape. Oh my goodness. But I'm now just gonna take a little angled brush and that matte dark brown shade from the Brew palette, and only really focusing this on literally the outer third of the eye. I'm not gonna like make a huge liner moment out of this. I am just gonna create a little wing. But like I said, it's mainly just to kind of give our lashes something to like follow, and just kind of follow on from the dark shadow that we'd already placed. You see, it just kind of makes like a weeny little bit of a difference. I'm not going to blend it out. I'm going to keep it kind of as like a little wing. Yeah, only just on like the outermost third of the eye. I really just think it lifts it. This is basically the eyes done. I like to highlight my inner corner at the very end so I don't like lose it within all the face makeup. But for eyelashes, I'm going to be taking these. These are from the brand Fleye Lashes. Love that name. Look at these. Let me just zoom you in. Oh good, you can't really see. Let me hold them up without that on. But they're so wispy and winged out. You guys know that this style of lash is my fucking jam. Like, I just think that they look like lash extensions. So natural, so wispy, and they've got like, yeah, a winged out shape to them. So this is gonna really complement this eye look. They were super, super affordable as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on and show you the finished eyes, which I cannot wait to show you, and then we're moving on to the skin. Just thought I would do a little close-up with the lashes on. How gorgeous are these lashes? They are so lightweight and fluffy. They complement this look so well, and I feel like these would just look beautiful if you just had like one eyeshadow on your eye, like all over your lid, whack these lashes on, bam, you are good to go. Like I said, they are from Fleye Lashes. So I've left the links to everything down below, as I said at the beginning of this video, but fuck me, these are so nice. So now we can move on to a complexion and lips and like finish up this look. The skin is kind of mainly made up of two brands in particular, queens of skin. We've got some Fenty Beauty and some Pat McGrath that I already had in my collection. And honestly, I've been a lover of those two brands for a very, very long time. But we've got a few new products to try as well, which I'm super excited for. But we're just gonna go ahead and prime the skin using the Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Primer. I love this. It literally smooths out your skin, blurs any imperfections. It's just like the perfect base before foundation. What I love about that primer too is that it kind of acts as like a moisturizer as well, which I'm obsessed with. And again, for foundation, I'm going to be using Fenty Beauty. Love, love, love this foundation. If you still haven't tried any like Fenty Beauty products, where have you been? We have to support Queen Ree. When this foundation first came out, everyone was so, it sounds so silly to say, everyone was so shook at the amount of shades that she'd included, but you know, every brand should be on that level now. If she can do it, the bar was set high with this. So, so inclusive. I feel like there is a shade for absolutely everyone, and I can say that with confidence. This is my shade. It's the shade 290, but it's like my shade, but like when I'm fake tanned, it's just like a little bit too yellow. So I do like to mix a tiny little pump of 310, and this creates my perfect shade. I am actually using a new sponge today, which, oh my god, beauty blender step aside, because this sponge is amazing. This is from the brand Uoma Beauty, UOMA. I've got a couple of things from there. I'd never tried them before. I'd seen people raving about them, but sometimes when you're stuck in your ways with products, you forget to try new brands. But loads of you guys put me onto this brand as a black owned business, and I thought, you know, I might as well get a sponge as well. I love this sponge because this is the softest motherfucking sponge I've ever felt in my life, but this one is just slightly firmer. Apparently really great for underneath the eye, or if you want to blend out a contour. Never seen a sponge like it before, and I'm so glad that I picked that up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a few pumps of the 290 and then one pump of 310 just to blend out all over my face using this sponge. It honestly, this foundation a little goes a long way. The coverage is a matte, like filter finish. It does say it's a soft matte long wear foundation, so honestly perfect for just looking face tuned in real life and amazing in pictures, which is something I always take into consideration when picking a foundation. Honestly, that foundation is such a go-to. I always go back to that foundation. If you've not tried it yet, you have to. It honestly works amazingly on every skin type, just looks so beautiful on the skin, and that sponge just makes it blend so beautifully. I'm now gonna go ahead and cream contour again, using from the brand Uoma Beauty. This is their Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. This is in the shade Fair Lady. I love contour sticks that come like already like this. It makes it so easy just to apply, fits in right into the hollowest of your cheekbones, and when it comes to drawing the lines on your face. And I love, love, love the way this blends out. It looks so beautiful, and I've been loving doing my kind of cream contour first and then going back in with concealer. I just love the way that that looks, but obviously you can go ahead and do concealer first and then cream contour. We are going to be using some bronzers as well, but this is just so beautiful. The formula of this blends like a dream. Honestly, obsessed. I am obviously gonna go back in with concealer, but that just blends out into like it feels like butter. It's just so creamy, so beautiful. It does actually come with a cream highlighter on the other side, which I may or may not use. I'm not really sure. I do have a powder highlighter here, but I feel like this would just be so beautiful as like holiday makeup, where you don't really want to like powder your face too much and just use creams. Honestly, like, it just looks so gorgeous. But I'm gonna go ahead and do concealer now. I'm gonna be taking the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. This is in the shade LM13. A little goes a long way with this. I love this color, this formula, Pat McGrath, when it comes to complexion products. Just like Rihanna, honestly, it got the nail on the head with this one. It's like so full coverage, so beautiful, but blends out like a dream. And I love this color. It's not too bright. And the formula, yeah, like I said, is just everything. Sometimes I do just like to go in with a brush just to make sure that the concealer isn't sitting too heavy underneath my eyes. And sometimes the sponge just, you know, can't quite get into the smaller areas of the face, but my complexion right now just looks so airbrushed and so beautiful. So as you guys know, I do love to go in with kind of like a pressed powder and then bake underneath my eyes, and I've raved about these in previous videos, the Pat McGrath powders. I don't know like what she's put in them, but they look amazing. I'm gonna take, there's only 3 shades in this, but the shades are very sort of universal and cover so many because these aren't super pigmented. They just create like a filter on your skin and look amazing. So I am gonna take the lightest one, which is like literally like a bright white. It's so finely milled. I'm just gonna press this right underneath my eye and kind of like buff. And this is just gonna like initially set this in place. Like I said, I am actually gonna be baking after this. This is just to kind of initially set, brighten like a tiny bit and create the most like airbrush, like look. I don't know what she does, man, but these are crazy. And then I'm gonna take the shade medium and just dust this all over the rest of my face. It looks like this. And you can see like there's literally like no color payoff with these. Which I think is why she's only done like maybe like a light, medium and dark, because there's like no color payoff. If there is, it's a very subtle. They just blend into the skin like magic dust and just blur. That's the best way to describe it, is blur. Like look at my skin. Blurred. As I said, I am also going to be baking. It's just a way that I personally like to do it. You could totally skip the pressed powder step if you want to. I'm just trying to show you as many products as possible that are just so good, even though you've heard me rave about them before. This, oh, I remember Holly Boone put me onto this. It's the best powder ever. It's from Bakerie. Honestly, this in pictures again, it just makes your skin look unreal. I have the shade Cassava. I think they may have changed it to Oat. I'm not sure. It's like the light yellow shade. Amazing for underneath the eye and also all over the skin for people of my complexion. I've never seen such a diverse like loose powder range from Bakerie. They are so inclusive, so many different tones. If you've still not tried this powder, oh my god, it is a game changing. But like I said, I'm just gonna use it to bake. It doesn't give you any flashback in pictures and just makes you look smoothed the F out like you would on Facetune. Like honestly, so good. And I'm just gonna use this to kind of sharpen up my contour a little bit. We are gonna be going in with like a bronzer and stuff, but just so we can really see. I really like to press this into the areas that I get the most sweaty and where like I'm prone to makeup coming off, which is like my top lip, around my forehead. Buff it away into the skin, like so. Like my base makeup right now. But now with like the powders and stuff, like my face is set, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes. And I think I prefer to have like a warm tone underneath my eye because my eyes are blue. But if you've got the green tones going on or like brown tones, a really gorgeous like pinky purple would look amazing. But I think I'm just gonna take Pineapple Rum from the Slush palette and just on a little brush, run this underneath my eye. This is also gonna really complement the outer crease colors, as well as just like making my eye color pop. It also kind of adds to like the sunset effect. Just using a small brush to buff. Oh my god, yes. I think I'm gonna save highlighting the inner corner to the end, but sis, these eyes look Real. Right, moving on to the face. I cannot believe I'd never tried these before. I've heard such amazing things about the Fenty Beauty bronzers. Again, so many beautiful shades, and you don't really take in, you know, bronzer as something that needs loads of different tones. Yes, shades, but tones, like different undertones to complement the undertones already existing on your skin. So I've got the shade Island Ting. Looks like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a brush and just buff that. Basically, you kind of use your bronzer to set that contour in place, and these, like, they're so buildable, nothing too heavy. This particular shade is the most like gorgeous golden undertone, I guess hence the name, like Island Ting. Whenever I think of like an island holiday, you just think of like golds and like golden hour and just like looking golden, you know. And this is just a really beautiful like olivey undertone, but just like such a beautiful shade of bronzer. And for blusher, one of my favorite brands, shout out to you, Jordana Ticia, Ticia, T-I-C-I-A, Ticia. I'm gonna go ahead and say Ticia, correct me if I'm wrong. Can we just take this in? This is the blush in the shade Fruit Punch. It is the most beautiful, like peachy, golden deliciousness that is gonna complement this eye look perfectly, and I mean perfectly. She is from Manchester, and she's just so lovely. Like, I know her personally. She like hand delivered one of her new collections to me not long ago, and her packaging is everything. It's like a pastel pink with the stars. I think she's recently just launched it on like Missguided, so you can actually get these on Missguided. But just look how beautiful this is. A range of shades for the blushes. She has pigments, lip glosses, which is again another one of the products that we're going to be using. But just this skin is making me so happy right now. Normally I wouldn't really do highlighter at the moment, but there were just too many amazing brands with amazing highlighters, and this one's actually kind of a dupe for a higher ended product, so I wanted to include it. And plus I feel like this look is very kind of like holiday vibes, and I love a bit of highlighter on holiday. This is from Juvia's Place. Again, another brand that I hadn't I'd heard of but never really used their products before. Look at this. It's like so bougie in this like little pot, a golden brick. I'm sure you guys are aware of the like high-end brand. Charlotte Tilbury has like a brick highlighter, but I feel like it's really expensive, and this looks exactly the same. I'll let it do the talking for itself, but like for a fraction of the price. The undertone of this, so gorgeous. You barely need any. I think I'm actually going to use this as my inner corner highlighter as well, just to like tie it all together. But there's just something in there that just ties this all together, like with the eyes. I had to use this, and plus, like I said, this packaging is everything. This is I think this comes in shade, well, it's just Heroine Glow 1. I'm not sure if that's the shade or if that's just like the only version of that. But that undertone, I think would look beautiful on like majority skin tones. Unreal. But essentially, I feel like since I've got it out, I might as well just highlight my inner corner right now. And then the eyes are done. Like, how gorgeous is that? How gorgeous is that? So gorgeous. Right, onto the lip, the final step. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the Pat McGrath lip liner in contour. Oh my goodness, this has been, and you can see I've like basically used the whole thing up. Been in my collection for the longest time. This is the perfect nude if you have my kind of complexion, but she has so many shades. This formula is so good. It just applies to the lip exactly how you want a lip liner to perform. I love these. I could have like done a whole lip using Pat McGrath because she does have some of the most bomb lip products out there. If you've not tried, I think are they called like the lip fetishes or something, those glosses. Unreal. But I did want to mix it up. I am going back in with a lipstick from Uoma Beauty. This is in the shade Eartha. The most perfect nude for kind of my complexion, but again, so many shades of nude, different tones, different colors. And the formula of this, just watch it, literally goes on and feels like butter. like literal butter. It's the softest lipstick. I can't explain it. We are going to be applying a gloss just because I love the formula of that lipstick, don't get me wrong, and it's the most perfect nude, but I just want to warm it up slightly, and I had so many lip glosses to choose from. I did actually order one which still hasn't come, but I'm so excited for that to arrive. I can tell it's probably going to be like my new favorite gloss from a slightly smaller indie brand, so when that arrives I feel like I'm going to be talking about that. Again, from Jordana Tisha. This is new from her. This is what she actually delivered to me. These are her glosses. This is in the shade Butter Candy. It's like such a warm brown nude, and I think it's just gonna look so good with this lipstick. Warms it up slightly. These also smell unreal. Like I wanna eat this. They just stay looking so like wet and juicy all day. I think has just totally transformed that lipstick, and those two together just look unreal. The perfect nude for this look. My skin, I have used a lot of matte products, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a setting spray. This is the What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray from Fenty, just to finish everything off. What I love about that mist, it's like fairies are sneezing on me. Like, it's the lightest mist ever, and I feel with a dewy setting spray that's really important, because I don't want my skin to now just look wet and like not set and it get oily or like look really oily really quickly. It's the perfect just mist, and it does say it's like a dewy refreshing mist as well. Honestly, my skin has never looked better right now. I think I'm so happy with the way that this turned out. So you guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, as the title states, using all makeup products from Black-owned businesses. As I said at the beginning of the video, it is so important to educate yourselves on all the types of racism. Like I said, was so unaware of economic racism and how important it is to support Black-owned businesses. So obviously here being like a makeup, lifestyle, fashion channel, I really just wanted to show you guys some of the amazing products out there and maybe introduce you to some new brands. It would be incredible if you guys could support them. I've left the links to everything on my face down below. They obviously all do a huge range of products, so make sure you check out everything that they have to offer. It's honestly still supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, and you're getting new makeup at the same time, which I think is amazing. So please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, I will be donating the AdSense to the Black Lives Matter organization. So just even by watching this video and watching the ads, you guys are doing your part. I have left the link to it down below if you want to also donate yourselves. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. We are going to be coming back with the kind of regular content, but as I've always been saying, the conversation has not ended on this until permanent laws and fixtures and changes are in place. Thank you for sticking with me. Sorry, longest outro ever. I always just ramble when it comes to the end, but I love you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.